Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. My name's Angela and I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady, and today I have received my order that I placed through the Secret Yarn Stash. Now, down in the comment section below is an affiliated link for the Secret Yarn Stash. So if you are in the UK and you like the yarn that I'm showing you and you definitely like the prices, hop over to the Secret Yarn Stash via the link down below. If you order anything, then I get a little bit of a kickback, nothing major, but anything you order, any points I get from the orders that you make will go towards a yarn for the Poppy challenge this year. Now there's some yarns in here that I've ordered because they remind me of other yarns from different yarn companies that are really quite pricey over here in the UK. So I am going to take the two balls I'm hoping they are identical to off of my shelf and from underneath my cupboard in a second, so that when I go downstairs and I get this stuff on camera, so it's a bit closer up, I can show you the differences or the identicalness of them. Fingers crossed. Right, so let's get into this. Let's give it a wiggle down. Apologies, I didn't bother opening it because otherwise I would have delved and I wouldn't have got round to actually recording this bit. Right, looks the same. Sweet. Right, okay, so the first one out today is the watercolour DK 100 grams and it's by Signet. Now this is one of the ones that I was talking about that reminded me of a different another yarn, and to be honest it looks identical. I will give you all of the information on this when we get downstairs. So I did actually purchase a few of these in the hopes that, as I said, it does look right, and then because I've done that, it means I can make something nice out of it. Now the yarn, I previously used yarn that looks similar to this and made a jumper for my mum. Right, what's up next? Right, so I should really tell you the price on these ones, shouldn't I? Now, this Signet watercolour DK yarn is priced in at the moment at £2.65 for 100 grams. So that's those two. Right, next up is the Signet Pato Everyday. Now I've bought a few of these but in different colourways. One to show you the different colours, and two because I've got an idea. Fingers crossed it works. If it does, you'll get to see it in a year's time. No, in a couple of months' time. Right, so the first one up is this shade here, which is the dark grey. It is quite a nice shade of grey actually, so I quite like that one. So that is dark grey. Now these come in at £1.20 a pop, and I know I like the feeling of these because this is the yarn that I'm using for the poppies. Okay, so move that one over. So we have a dark grey. Next up is the shade Apple. Now this is actually a bit brighter than what it's showing on screen. Okay, and next one is the shade Saxe, S-A-X-E. Okay, the colour, the shade number is a 991, but this is quite a really nice shade of blue. Okay, and then we have chocolate. Can't go nowhere without chocolate, can we? So this is quite a nice, a dark, rich brown. Okay. And last but not least for these ones is the colour Nude Pink. And yes, it is a very nice light pink. It'll look good as cheeks. That sort of give you a rough idea. So those are the colours for hopefully my next project, if all goes to plan. I've just got to remember which project it was. Right, so next up, because I've never had my hands on it, I thought, you know what, I'm going to buy it and see what it feels like. It is the Signet Cottony DK. Now these are little 50-gram balls and they come in at 90p at the moment they're on the site for, and this one is silver, and honestly it feels so soft. It feels the same, actually a little bit softer probably than the Pato. I really like that. Well, anyway, I got 2 of them at 90p. I thought, well, that's not too bad. That works out at £1.80 for 100 grams of cotton. So I was well chuffed. Right, now here is the bag of dreaminess. That is all I'm going to say. This is the dreamy yarn that I chose. Now, let me just grab the details on this one. Right, so the last lot up is 3 different colourways of the same yarn, but I ordered this because it actually reminded me of a different yarn, which I've got sitting to the side of me now, but I will show you downstairs on the camera with a closer up so you can see the colours hopefully a bit better, and the labels, because I can't read them up here because the light up here is not the best for label reading. Right, so my first one I picked up was Festival. Okay, and this is the Signet Boho Spirit. Now at the moment the Secret Yarn Stash has these on offer. Now they are £3.45 normally just for the one, but if you order 3 of them you can pick them up for £8.75. okay, I will write the save in a little box about here. Right, so as I said, I've grabbed the colourway Festival, and then I ordered the colourway Deep. Now this one is a dark blues and green, leading into greens. Hopefully it will show up better on the camera down below, because it doesn't really matter where I put it on screen, it just looks like a giant ball of navy, which it isn't. It is an absolutely beautiful colourway. I hate it when my camera doesn't work. Right, and then the last one up, I actually ordered 4 of this one because I really love the colour of this one, and I'm thinking I'm going to make up a shawl in it, but using someone else's pattern, not one of my own. I don't fancy mucking around with all that at the moment. So this colourway here is this colourway here. Now this is greys are going into white, are going into a light green. Okay, and this one is called a Breeze, and as I said, I have got 4 of these. Oh, let's see if I can get them all out. Get out. 3 and 4. There you go. So I really like these ones. Can you tell? So these all actually got wrapped up really lovely in a little mesh bag, which is brilliant because it means I can put them in there and they can stay cat and dog hair free, which is really, really cool. Right, I'm going to now stop recording up this end, and I'm going to pop downstairs and get these gorgeous beauties on the camera downstairs, in the hope that you'll be able to see the colourways differently. See you in a few moments. Right, so here we are downstairs, so I can show you the colours of these a little bit better. Right, so let's just grab the green. We'll move those over to the side so you can still see them while I read out the... Right, so let's read the information off of the label. Now remember, this is the Signet Pato Hello Ducky Everyday DK. And now this yarn is 100 grams. 100% acrylic. So machine wash at 40, hand wash at 40, cold rinse, do not bleach, do not wring and do not iron. Recommended hook size is a 4. There we go. This one, as I said, is the colourway Apple. There's the information there for Signet Yarns themselves, and it is a 270 meters. Sorry, I can't believe I forgot to read that one to you. Right, so again, that is the Pato Signet, and they are priced at £1.20 per ball. Right, so next up is the watercolour DK 100 grams. Again, this is by Signet. Right, let's get in close on that label and focus. Right, it is a 100% premium acrylic. There is 100 grams and 292 meters. Okay, warm wash on 40, hand wash at 40, cold rinse, do not bleach, do not wring, and do not iron. And the recommended hook is between a 4 and a 4.5. Now this one knits to DK patterns. Right, now this, as I said, is one of the ones that it reminded me of another yarn. Sorry, I'm just going to get it out. And that is the King Cole twist. Now I've got it in Aran. I'm not sure if a King Cole would do the same in a DK yarn, but as you can see, colourway is very, very similar. It's a lighter shade. If I remember rightly, the twist has two different shades, this one being the darker, and then of course they've got the lighter. Now I don't see a great deal of difference between the way that they are made, the way they are spun. Oh, let's see if I can get them a bit closer for you. There we go. Now focusing, camera. Thank you. Yeah, as you can see, they're both spun the same way. Very, very similar thickness. If it was a DK weight yarn, this one would be on the thinner side and this would be on the thicker side of a DK. But otherwise, considering that's meant to be an Aran, it's quite worrying, isn't it? So I don't really see a great deal of difference between the two yarns, excluding the price. That is the only difference. So give me a moment. I'm just going to go and check how much we can get each of these brands for. Okay, so I have actually searched my two go-to places and I cannot find the King Cole Twist Aran on either Derry Moore's or Wool Warehouse's website. So I have a horrible feeling this may be a discontinued yarn now. So if that is the case, oh my gosh, look how comparable they are. I'm liking them. Or should I say, I'm liking this one better. And at £2.65 a ball, you can't really go wrong with it. It's really, really lovely. So let me read out the information on the label for you. It is 100 grams of premium acrylic. There is a 292 meters. Machine wash at 40, hand wash at 40. Cold rinse, do not bleach, do not wring, and do not iron. And the recommended hook is a 4 to a 4.5. And it knits to all DK patterns. And now the colour shade that I have got here is a Blue Horizon. Right, and now let's get on to the next one. Right, so here we are. The next one up again is the Signet Cottony. Now this is a 50 gram DK ball and it's got sparkles in it. Right, so let's turn this around and read the info. Come on, camera. Beautiful. Right, it is a 50 grams and there is 111 meters. It's 46% cotton, 46% premium acrylic, and then 8% viscose. Okay, wash at 40, whether it be hand or machine. Cold rinse, short spin, do not wring, and do not tumble dry. The recommended hook for this one is a 4.5 to a 6. So I think it really does depend on your project you are making. There we go, and the colourway that I have here is called a silver. It is really lovely and soft and really quite shiny. Okay, and last but not least, the favourite bit, the real reason I put the order in. Okay, so we have got the Signet Boho Spirits. Oop. Okay, so I'm hoping the camera will pick the colourway up on this green a lot better. Now it's having a little issue. Just give me a moment. Fingers crossed. Oh, there we go. Come on, focus in and stay focused, camera. Right, So this is the Boho Spirit. Okay, now this yarn I think is gorgeous and it's super soft, and yes, it does remind me of another yarn which I will tell you about in a second, and I will show you how very similar the colourways are with the two balls that I have. Sorry to say, it's these two that are hiding over here for the second. Right, so let's get on with the colourway information. There we go. That shows up quite nice and true, to be honest. Now this is 100% premium acrylic. It's 100 grams, 240 meters. Okay, the recommended hook is a 4 to 4.5. Wash at 30, do not iron, do not tumble dry, and do not wring out. And it's got the letter P for if you ever send it to the dry cleaners. Okay, now the colourway that I have here is Breeze. And of course, as you know, I have bought 4 of these because I absolutely love the colourway. Now, let's move on to the other two. Right, so the one that the upstairs camera had absolutely no chance of dealing with was this one here. Now, this is called Deep. And yes, the colourway on here is a really deep blues to dark purples and a deep green. This camera is still not showing it to its best of its ability and how absolutely stunning it is. But the colourway is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, now if you remember rightly, they have this on at the moment. Single price is £2.65, but if you buy 3 of them, they have a deal on. I cannot guarantee or tell you how long the deal is going to be lasting for. Okay, so let's move on to the second colourway. Now the second colourway that I got with this one, of course, was the Festival. Now this is the one that actually pulled me in to start with and had me thinking, I've seen that colourway. Now I'm sorry to say I haven't got a full ball of that colourway because I used it to make one of the virus shawls just after what was it, pre-lockdown after Christmas, so about a year and a bit ago now. Showed it in one of the earlier ones, and I think it's been on a throwback Friday on the dummy behind me. But here you go, this is the yarn leftovers, and if you know, I can't see any real colour difference between them. There is a yarn size difference, that is the only thing. Have any of you worked out what this one is yet? Right, okay, so the one it reminded me of is Lion Brand's Landscapes. Now, of course, with the Lion Brand Landscape, it is what I believe is a roving yarn. So it goes thick and thin in parts, and some parts are really thick and some parts are really thin, and it really did do my head in. But that's a personal thing. Now, so of course the sizing of the yarn is completely different. Okay, so this is the Landscapes. So of course this one will make a thicker project for you, and you will end up using a lot more balls of yarn. But if you love the colourway like I do, then it's pointless paying the sort of price that the shops in the UK want for the Lion Brand when you can get the same effect and same colourways with the Signet Boho Spirit. So a name dropping and colour matching. So if you fell in love with the Lion Brand Landscapes in Boardwalk, so far I have come out with a Festival, and the Signet Festival is pretty much identical. You might have a little bit of difference here with the yarn. Boardwalk hasn't got that section there, but the colours themselves, it's identical. And the match here for the Boho Spirit is the Lion Brand yarn here, and the Lion Brand colourway is a Blue Lagoon. So I challenge you to have a nose at the Lion Brand website and then have a nose at Secret Yarn Stashes a boho range to see which colourways you can match up, because I must admit I did have fun doing it, and now I know that I can get the boho in the UK for such a small amount of cash compared to the Lion brand. I think, I'm sorry to say, I'm not being a yarn snob on this one. I'm swapping brands. Right, so let's head back upstairs. I got a little envelope now. I don't know what's in this little envelope because I didn't order any bits and pieces this time round. So I thought I'd open it on camera and show you. Uh-oh, she sent me love heart sweets. Now, if you saw my last unbagging, you'll know I absolutely love these, but I've learnt my lesson. I'm not going to be eating them on camera. Because when I chat, I breathe in, and if I'm talking with my mouth full, I'm going to choke and possibly die again on a love hearts. So thank you very much, darling, for those. I'll be nibbling them later. And last but not least, yeah, it's just my invoice. So, but there we go. I hope you like what I ordered this week, and the fact that I found two yarns that are very, very compatible and very, very similar to a more expensive brand. So have a nose at the why not jump onto the link down below and hop through and see what else you can find that you may like. Now remember, you can only place orders for this company if you are in the UK or North or South Island. Okay, I'm sorry, but due to postage issues and tax for like the forms that are needed to send stuff abroad, bless, she's a one-man band, so she's getting there, but it might be a while yet. Right, so I'm going to head off now. So if you can all please stay in and definitely stay safe, I will see you all really, really soon. Goodbye for now.